2, the second condition, legal accountability. A person needs to be of a sane mind, reaching an age of maturity. But a child could be a genius, right? Yeah, right? A child could be a genius. A child could be exceptionally intelligent and yet not have any exposure to the world. Very intelligent, but still an undeveloped mind. That mandatory life experience that comes with age is missing. There are no shortcuts for anybody, not even for that child prodigy. Also, somebody who is not psychologically, stable, they can't lead you. Somebody who has been diagnosed with having maybe a mental disorder, or somebody who doesn't really have control over their bodily functions, maybe somebody who is intoxicated even. It makes no sense to give any legal credibility to that person. How can they lead you when they are not in control of themselves? A case that we can make, which is very pertinent, is for a person who has gone through a form of extreme trauma in their life, and as a result has the symptoms of traumatic disorder, or better yet, has been officially diagnosed with it. They become disqualified from giving religious direction. Even in the worldly sense, they become disqualified from normal legal things. If they commit a crime under the influence of alcohol, or if a person is insane, right? And they've been diagnosed with not being of a sane mind. A person who commits a crime like that, they would have some amount of leniency in a court of law. Many of these so-called scholars, and this is just as an example, who have spent years, studying, and we get asked this question a lot. There are people who have spent years studying Islam. Maybe they have, licenses from other scholars, right? But at the same time, they might have a medical history. They might have a medical history. And they've been diagnosed with something, which people know about, their families know about, the people who are close to them. Sometimes people who have a following in the world, in the age of media, in the age of open access, many of these people become really well known. And as a result of being really well known, their history and their biography is well known as well. And sometimes you have access even to their medical history. So people like this, who give religious instruction, or who have spent a lot of years of studying, or have memorized, the source texts of Islam, and have a command of the Arabic language, you can see from their life history why they make absurd calls to indiscriminate killings and call to ridiculous action. These are just the prime examples. They have opinions which completely, they're very ridiculous. Even to a common person, they don't make sense. Everyone knows that it has nothing to do with Islam. The Prophet ﷺ has said, رُفِعَ الْقَلَمُ عَنْ ثَلَاثَةٍ عَنِ النَّائِمِ حَتَّى يَسْتَيْقِظْ وَعَنِ الصَّغِيرِ حَتَّى يَكْبُرْ وَعَنِ الْمَجْنُونِ حَتَّى يَعْقِلْ أو يَفِيقْ. Accountability has been lifted from 3 people. The sleeping until they awaken, of course, because they are not in a state. The minor until they mature, and from the psychologically impaired until they are of a sound mind. And this is what the Prophet ﷺ has mentioned. So a person who can qualify as a scholar is someone who has legal accountability. And this includes a person who is not a minor, a person who has reached the age of maturity and is mentally stable. And in our times, of course, that would mean different things.